How y'all feeling? This is a different live. Normally, I gotta do it a little different because I'm on the road taking care of some important things. I'm tapping into nature. I'm on my little spiritual hodge again right now. All right, but I've been getting a lot of emails about the situation that's going on in Russia and Ukraine, so I want to expound upon it real quick. All right. If y'all know your peace to all the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. You feel me? I see y'all coming in here. Yeah, if you notice, we even early. You see, I'm normally I'm normally late. You see what I'm saying? We early right now. We early right now, y'all. I'm sitting right here in this sunlight. I'm taking in this photon energy. I'm on this 33rd parallel. I'm moving around. You know what I'm saying? How y'all feeling? Yeah, yeah. I'm early today. See? I'm early today. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I pull up early. Y'all don't even be ready. Y'all don't even be ready. That's why I normally don't be pulling up on time. And y'all, now that I know how it is when I pull up on time, y'all really ain't gonna get me pulling up on time for a minute again. Listen, y'all. Y'all so used to me coming in like, oh, he say, and it's a real, this is a last minute live. All right. It's a last minute live because I've been getting so many emails about it. You feel me? So I had to go in about it. I didn't really want to address the situation that's took place with Ukraine and Russia because I personally didn't want to give it any energy. It's a frequency world we living in, y'all. Feel me? Peace, what it do? Alberta Sabrina, Coletta Thomas, Godson, Spiritual Zoe, Curtis Murphy. I see y'all. Leo Lion, what it do, God? Your boy Jay, Demi, Johnny Bands, what it do? Ellie, what's up? Peace, God, as I see you in here. Darrow Bands, what it do? Pyro the Kid. Shout out to Detroit, I see y'all. Detroit just pulled up to the Cosmic Family Reunion, too. Oh, yeah, before we get going, for real, while y'all still coming in here, look, I just want to say, I want to send peace and the deepest insight and divine cosmic love to everybody that pulled up to the reunion. You feel me? I appreciate y'all deeply. I share. All right. Shout out to Cleveland. Red Chakra Spiritual. Shout out to Cleveland. All right, so yeah, right now I'm moving around. I'm actually on the road, but I've been getting a lot of emails about this topic. So I just wanna, like I said, I want to expound upon it real quick. Y'all feel me? If you notice, I haven't really spoken about it. It's been going on. They've been talking about it for a few weeks now, leading up to the actual what they want to call an invasion. They've been talking about it. If you notice, I haven't said nothing on social media about it. All right. I hadn't said anything because there's no reason to donate our energy toward that situation. When you have several celestial beings that are handling that situation. All right, we are still in the middle of a spiritual war. You feel me? It's all spiritual warfare. The way we move, the way we think, the planet is separating. You have those vibrating low. They might still walk amongst you, but you all live in two different realities. You get what I'm saying? You live in two different realities. I get what I'm saying? In the times we living in, we have to move. It's chess right now. You get what I'm saying? It's chess. It's chess. You get what I'm saying? It's all chess. You have to have your third eye open. All right. Like I said, I've been getting a lot of emails about this topic, so that's why I went live about it. I wasn't actually going to give a live today. I wasn't gonna give a live the next Sunday because I'm on the road right now, doing other lectures for the university. You get what I'm saying? Tapping them, the ancestors got me on a mission right now. So whenever the ancestors tell me to move, I move with that frequency. You feel me? But I will address the situation. You feel me? Welcome in. Welcome to class. Welcome to the university. Welcome to the university. Welcome to the university. I see y'all coming in here. Welcome to the university. Welcome to the university, y'all. Photon energy It's here. That's what I came out here to do. Be in the energy. Alright. Alright, so I see we getting up in here, so we're gonna get class rolling now. So before we get started, it's imperative that I open up this lecture with the right spiritual energy. So first, let me start by saying peace to all the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. I'm sending nothing but the deepest of insight to my elders, those 65 and older. Even though we know time isn't real, just to be able to, put a category on those souls who we are speaking upon. Just want to let you know that Rashad Jamal had nothing but respect for his elders. I respect all my elders and those that came before me. That was a part of our power that was robbed from us too in the community, along with us degrading ourselves. All right, so that was all part of a lower vibration, that which we no longer exist upon. I'll repeat that. That mindset was all part of a low vibration, that which we no longer exist upon. Reflections. So once again, I'm sending peace and insight to all my ancestors, all the elders as well. I want to send peace and insight to all of my peers, those in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s that's in the University of Cosmic Intelligence. They're spreading this information, that's expounding upon it and tapping within yourself and going to get even deeper downloads. All right, so I want to send peace to you. I appreciate you. I am you. You are me. There is no difference. All right, I appreciate all the love I've been getting. Y'all been supporting the album too. That's a high frequency album, which is another frequency attack on our end. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to send peace to all of my peers though, and I appreciate y'all, for taking this information seriously, not taking it lightly, and doing your own research so you can see what's going on around you. We have to stick together through these type of times. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many spectacles being created by the oppressor that individuals can very well easily get misled upon one's inner journey deep within self. Because you have people emailing me crazy about this situation, and I feel like right now, like this is like why I'm going live from where we at. Like we on our way out into nature. We're finna get out here, but before I did that, I had to get this download, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want none of our people, to be misled by the propaganda, you know what I'm saying, that's being composed by those which we call the media in today's terminology. You feel me? So, I just want y'all to know that all my peers, elders as well, and then to the Blue Crystal babies, I'm sending y'all the deepest of insight. I appreciate y'all. You all are the epitome of excellence. You feel me? The Blue Crystal babies, those 21 and under. All right, like I told you, age and time isn't real, but we do have energy cycles. You get what I'm saying? Energy cycles and etheric cycles, and ethers. You get what I'm saying? These are just an advanced level of energy that we need to get used to. So the Blue Crystal babies, a lot of you guys, you came here on that, on the highest of ethers. You know what I'm saying? We all non-ether beings, but the souls that are landing in this realm right now are getting older and older. There are no new souls here. So to give you an example of what I'm talking about, all the souls that was born in 1950, the souls that came in 1960 are much older than the souls that came in 1950. And then the souls that came in 1970s are much older than the souls that came in 1960s. And then the souls that came in the 1980s are much older than the souls that came in the 1970s. And the souls that came in the 1990s are much older than the souls. Now, I'm not going to say wiser, but much older. Anciently, the soul is more older than all the souls that came in the 80s. And the souls that came in 2000 to 2010 are older than the souls that came in the 90s. And the souls that came 2010 to 2020 are older than the souls that came 2000 to 2010. And on and on and on, because we are at war. Understand what's going on around you. All right? A lot of your children are much older and wiser than you. Okay? I mean, I don't want to keep using wiser, but are much older than you anciently in soul, because this is the way it is designed. We are taking the planet back, so there are no new souls being born. So that's why I want to send all my respect to all the Blue Crystal babies. Many of you are very, very advanced, powerful souls. So definitely, I appreciate every time you come in here and you see through the propaganda, because even if we look at it now, like when I was in their age of what they like to call 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, right? I definitely knew I was aware of what was going on, but I didn't have the courage to be myself. So I was actually not helping the planet. I was actually like not tuned into this frequency that I should have been because I already was aware of it. I wasn't tuned into this at them ages. I was doing some destructive, low vibrational shit. You get what I'm saying? But if you notice now, you'll see a lot of these. You got 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds. You got kids that's in here with their parents that's in the university. These are, why you think they can sit in and listen to the information I think what we be talking about in here? You know, we talking about history, metaphysics, quantum physics, world politics, environmental science, real environmental science. We talking about the real environment when we talking about the planet being alive. We can put a category on this shit if we want to be technical. We don't do that. We just enlighten oneself in here. That's what we do. But we could categorize all this shit into multiple classes. The shit that we talk about. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta pay attention to how they be in here. Right now, the university, 20 million plus TikTok views. That's the Blue Crystal babies because they understand the mission. So they on a, and then but then their baby is gonna be even. So you know, I just want y'all to understand what's going on the spiritual side because this is the spiritual war that we are in. Do not get caught up in this flesh at all. And I feel like if we can remember that we are spirits and souls, all right, in these physical avatars, then we will understand what's going on with Russia and Ukraine right now. All right. So with Russia and Ukraine, as you see, we have the Hot Sauce 19 was like the talk of the world, and then they still pushing that. But they kind of taking the eyes off of that to throw you off. Because if you pay attention to the Hot Sauce 19, they actually have a new variant that they sliding out called BA.2 something. I had caught it and screenshotted it, but I'll say that for a later lecture. But notice all of a sudden, overall, they stopped talking about this Hot Sauce 19. All right, kind of like I say, it kind of like took a second fiddle, and then they start rolling out all this propaganda, building up, like promoting this fight between Russia and Ukraine. Now, if you look at the way a boxing match is promoted, because it's all actors, it's all crisis actors, paid actors, the shit ain't real. All the politicians, none of them is real. I've been told y'all this, right? A long time ago. I stopped talking about that because I just felt like it's something people should understand already. No different than when I exposed about NBA and a lot of the players, when they get to that level, they sign these oaths and agreements and they agree to let these science labs make Mach 5 synthetic clone versions of that player. You get what I'm saying? Facts. I told people that. You seen Richard Jefferson make a whole TikTok video speaking out against what I said. If it ain't real, why are you taking time out your day? Richard Jefferson, an ex-NBA player. And I fucked with Richard Jefferson when I watched basketball. He had game. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't dissing him or nothing. Cause you know, I'm just saying though, if it's not real, why are you taking the time out your day to address just some crazy YouTuber? I'm just a crazy YouTuber. So why is an ex-celebrity NBA basketball star? Richard Jefferson used to be a star. You played with Vince Carter, Jason Kidd, you know, LeBron in Cleveland and won rings, you know, used to dunk on niggas, everything, right? You see, he made a TikTok video like saying that what I said about the robots in the NBA was completely false. You see, that's their way of putting out. That's the elite's way of putting out a face card to go against what I'm saying. That's how you know it's reaching and it's powerful. You get what I'm saying? Hey, look, we need you to go make a TikTok and clear that up. You know what I'm saying? All right, I got you. You feel me? So now, I say that to say, what I'm about to say to you, you might agree with, you might not agree with, but I'm going to keep it real over rich with you. I'm going to give you the spiritual perspective of it. Okay, you have a few things going on with Russia versus Ukraine. You have the distraction point, the harness frequency. All right. Yeah, I'm going to give y'all the intents, the reasons behind it, okay? You have the frequency hijack. Hijack the frequency toward a negative vibration, all right? So once the frequency is hijacked, how do you hijack the frequency? You get everyone's attention. So this is why the media is powerful. They use the media to get everyone's attention. So let's look at attention. Another word for attention is energy. Remember, I taught you, I said whatever you give your attention to, you give your actual energy, your life force to. All right, so now, we've never really went over the art of Nin, right? And then they got like a little anime show out about it. Like my daughter watch it, you know, Hunter x Hunter, where they kind of talk about Nin a little bit, a lot in the cartoon. But it's an anime. It's set up like look not real. But Nine is a real thing. It's your aura. It's your frequency around you. It can be drained and it can be used as a weapon as well. All right, if you are aware of how to use your aura. Now the elites, the oppressors are aware of how to use your aura field. You are not. Most people are not. So to drain you of your life force, all they have to do is get your attention. So that's the first reason they're using the Russia versus Ukraine tactic. The second thing is, at the end of the day, the system is falling. It's in game. So you do have disagreements going on amongst these elites. Like, no different than, you know how it be when a motherfucker losing a fight. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker losing a fight. What happened? They start fighting with themselves, you know what I'm saying? They start blaming each other, right? You know, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you playing a video game with your homie, y'all playing Call of Duty or something, and in Call of Duty, y'all, you know, y'all losing. What y'all start doing? If you don't do it, your homie gonna start doing it. Y'all damn near start arguing with each other, right? Y'all start blaming each other, right? Y'all start blaming each other for the reason that y'all are losing the overall game, okay? So that's what you're seeing with Russia and Ukraine. All right, too. It's the arguing amongst oneself. You know what I'm saying? Because we have celestials here that are working magic against them. All right. On top of that, it's really not even, it's Russia and Ukraine arguing and they getting into it amongst themselves. But the whole war of Russia versus Ukraine, that's not really transpiring like that. When you seeing them trying to fire these missiles and shit like that, that's all propaganda as well. You know what I'm saying? That's all staged and set up in a desert in the middle of nowhere. You hear me? Hollywood cameras, you feel me? Like they showing you them launching nuclear weapons and shit like that. None of that is transpiring in real lifetime. What's actually going on is it is a war taking place though, because you have a group of beings here, of elemental warriors here that live within the core of this planet. And they come from a completely different galaxy, but they have been working hand in hand with this planet since we created it. So you got these elemental beings, all right, that have been activated. All right, that's what all the earthquakes was about last year. All the earthquakes, and well, not just last year, the last 20 years, when you've been hearing all these earthquakes and things like that. A lot of the earthquakes is elemental warriors and celestial beings being unlocked and activated from deep within the core of the planet. All right, because there was electricity and things like that being used to keep them where they were at. Like they completely hijacked our entire planet. So when they showing you Russia versus Ukraine, that's a lot of the celestial beings warring against them. And then they showing you the disagreement that's going on between them amongst themselves when they saying Russia versus Ukraine. They not going to put out the article and be like, hey, what's really going on is we over here having a spiritual warfare and we getting our ass kicked. So we have to stage this spiritual warfare as war amongst ourselves. And on top of that, we really are arguing amongst ourselves because we're losing this overall war. All right. That's what's going on with Russia versus Ukraine. And then if you notice, they're already giving you the propaganda to make America join in with the war. So they already got you set up for the 1-2 for America to join it. Even when they said from jump, when they was like, hey, when Biden was like, hey, if Russia does anything to Ukraine, then the U.S. gonna intervene. Remember that conversation? And then that conversation happened, and then Russia got in. Russia invaded Ukraine. We're going off what they showing you, right? Russia invaded Ukraine, all right? And then after Russia invaded Ukraine, all of a sudden, the U.S. said they ain't got nothing to do with that. People start making memes and talking shit about the U.S., right? There's people that's really caught up in the politics, in the real politics of believing what they seeing is real. So they caught up in the politics. They're like, oh, yeah, the U.S. ain't on shit. And then you're not paying attention to how at the same time the U.S. still allegedly is supplying weaponry to Ukraine. So that's them setting you up for the 1-2 of, okay, now America eventually intervenes. Like in every war, America has intervened, all right? And then America intervenes, and then now you see what's really going on, right? You're going to see it's all an illusion. All the politicians are clones and crisis actors, all right? All of this is to distract you from the fact that this shit is over with. The war that's taking place over there has nothing to do with a Russia versus Ukraine, where it's nuclear war going back and forth with each other. That's a spiritual war. That's a whole spiritual war. No different than in the Gullah War. It's how they told you that we didn't do what we did. How they told you in the Mexican-American War that America was fighting the Mexicans. That's a fucking lie. They was fighting us. In every war, they was fighting us. You get what I'm saying? Every war, they was always fighting us. Even in the motherfucking Vietnamese war, in the Vietnam War, rather, they was fighting us. Because if you know anything about about Vietnam and the Vietnamese, you'll know that they are the original Asiatics. So they are part of the God species. You get what I'm saying? The Vietnamese, the Philippines, and if you know that they always attack them, they don't really be fucking with China and Japan because those are the manufactured Asians. Those are the humanoid. You get what I'm saying? Those are the humanoid Asians. That's the reason why they get like put on the forefront. Like if you look at it, China and Japan is always on the forefront when you think of Asia. China is always shown as like the world leader in intelligence. Everything getting made in China. We supposed to look, if we talk about politics, the USA, we supposed to owe China. We supposed to be in debt to China. So like, you know, pay attention to China, man, how they always have used China. You get what I'm saying? Because that's them. That's the human beings, the Asians. When I say Asians, the original Asiatics are the Vietnamese and, you know, the Laos, you know, and people in the Philippines. You get what I'm saying? Just like you got the real Mexicans are in actual Mexico. A lot of your real Mexicans are actually the descendants of Mayans and Incas and Aztecs. They are the Aztecs, really. So you can't really call them Mexicans. They are Aztecs and Inca. They are us, gods, goddesses. And then you got your manufactured Mexicans, the clone versions that walk around amongst us over here. And they are human beings, you feel me? And then that's why the Trump was trying to put the wall up. You got to think, why would he put a wall up to want to keep Mexicans out the country when it's a well-known fact Mexicans work harder than anybody, right? Why would you separate the kids at the border? You know what I'm saying? Like they remember they were separating the kids from their parents at the border. Why would they do all that? Because those were the descendants of the real aboriginal beings to the land, nigga. So they don't want them to merge with us. You get what I'm saying? Just like when the Haitians started trying to merge this way, a war broke out at that border because they didn't want the real Haitians merging in over here because you got all this, cause we are still one. So that eventually them titles will drop. We get amongst them. You put these so-called African Americans with these so-called real Asians and these so-called Mexicans and these so-called Cubans and these so-called Puerto Ricans and Latino. You merge all these people together and put them in a group where they got to live amongst each other. Eventually, them titles going to drop down and everybody going to see that we the same. And that's when you get back to a tribal state. So they got to always keep it looking like, you know, they got to always keep that division there. You feel me? So right now, they have to put eyes on what's going on over there in what you want to call Europe. Let's just say Europe. Because if you know anything about Ukraine, Ukraine is one of Europe's biggest countries. So that's a war in where, y'all? Europe. Now, you asked me the last time you seen niggas warring in Europe. Go back in history. When the last time you seen two countries in Europe warring? It's usually Europe warring against another motherfucker or coming together as one to go against another motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a spiritual war taking place. You see what I'm saying? The Celestials is over there, right? So it's a spiritual war, celestial attacks, right? A higher form of energy being used. They losing that war. So now that since they've been losing this war against the Celestials, which are actually elemental beings, elemental warriors of the planet, like I was trying to tell y'all in Captain Planet, but they cut me off. Remember that, y'all? I didn't get to finish Captain Planet because they cut a nigga off. I wasn't even done. You see what I'm saying? I had like 2 hours left probably. I was just getting started because I was going to connect Captain Planet to what the fuck was going on. You see what I'm saying? But they, you know how they do. Boop, boot a nigga right up off here. That's what happened last Sunday, right? So you have elemental warriors that live within the planet. The Celestials, the ancient ones, activated because it's in-game, because the Kundalini energy is rising, man. You see what I'm saying? These people cut all our trees down, took the land, slaughtered everybody, put spells on us, had us killing ourselves and killing each other. That's what we coming up out of now, them spells. You see what I'm saying? We starting to unify again, right? We getting back to right. So while all that's going on, this war taking place, yes, they getting their ass kicked. So because they getting their ass kicked, guess what happened? Now they start arguing amongst each other. Now, they think they smart. Okay, well, we're gonna use our argument in discord amongst each other as a face card to make them think that it's a war of Ukraine versus Russia. This shit coming down, but we can't let them know that. So we're gonna make them think it's Russia versus Ukraine. And then we're gonna put out all our crisis actors to stage it, to make it like it's really Russia versus Ukraine, when it's really Europe. All right, and who run Europe? The oppressors. Who runs Europe? The oppressors. What is the land of Europe spiritually? What does it represent? The dead part of the land. Remember when they landed here, right? We strengthened them. We taught them how to walk, talk, right? We got them out the Caucasus. The original 13 families. Now the Pleiadians wasn't never in no cave state. They were already an advanced extraterrestrial race. I'm talking about the hierarchy human beings, right? That's doing the work of the reptilians and the Pleiadians to set up the social engineering the way that they did to where the world is fucked up like it is today, right? So let's look at the hierarchy of human beings. The Pleiadians and the reptilians can have their interests, but the hierarchy of human beings, they are treason. That's treason because this our land and they literally turned against us and helped these motherfuckers take our shit, right? That's what they did, right? Just how we get to where we at today. So when you look at what Europe represents anciently, that was always the dead part of the land. Like even when we went to civilize them, when we started teaching them how to walk upright and had a whole conversations, you feel me? When they was in the Caucasus, they was sleeping with their animals. You get what I'm saying? They didn't have there wasn't no pipes. It wasn't no bathroom system set up. It wasn't no agricultural taking place. It was none of that. We taught them. We taught them how to farm. We taught them all of that, right? We was teaching them that. But then this is before they fully kicked off the war with us, right? Even before the war got kicked off, we was already starting to cast them to the dead part of the land because we found them in the Caucasus, right? We got them out the Caucasus Mountains. So when we got these beings out the Caucasus Mountains, we being we didn't know who the fuck they were and what they were. We had never seen, because when Satan was here, he was trying to create them and he never got to do that. That was the war in heaven. We whipped Satan, Zeus' ass, right? Right here on this planet. He never got to create that. So we never seen them. So when we did see them, it was like, oh, these are the creations that Zeus did. These are the creations that Zeus did. So understanding that, we like, okay, we could see where the animal DNA was placed at. So even though we went to reverse engineer, we started the process of reverse engineering their genetics. Right? I always say the same story because it's the truth. It's the esoteric history. When we went to we keep forgetting it. You gotta apply it to everything that's going on. It matters. When we went to reverse engineer their genetics, to this day, some of them still grow tails, a fourth of them. Some of them still got hair that'll go everywhere, all over their face, everywhere. Facts to this day. We never got to the point to weed out the need to feed a flesh. You see what I'm saying? We didn't eat no flesh before these beings hijacked our planet. We never ate flesh. We never ate flesh. You see what I'm saying? And we didn't get to that point of the in the science experiment to where we was manipulating the genetics. We didn't get to remove those genetics. So when we were still trying to teach them, a lot of them was still turning on us. You know what I'm saying? Moving wild like barbarians. You got to remember, they got kicked off their own planet at first by Zeus himself, Satan. These human beings. When they was on Earth, they were so radical because there was a science experiment gone bad. They were so fucking radical that they even turned on him at a point and got kicked off their home planet of Nern and got cast out to Egypt. When they telling you the story in the Bible of Moses going to Egypt saying, let my people go, they not talking about Egypt in the Middle East. Because there was no Egypt in the Middle East. This was all Atlantis. Egypt is the name of a planet. Egypt is an actual planet. See what I'm saying? We talking esoterics, man. This is the University of Cosmic Intelligence. We gonna give you the real cosmic facts of your history. Not the watered down European version of your history. And when you come here trying to argue with me, you're arguing a European version of your history against esoteric facts. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? You're not really moving from a spiritual eye. You're moving from a physical point of view, viewing yourself as a human being still. You see what I'm saying? These beings already are, and it's in a breed to be like that. So when they came here and they eventually started turning on us, we was already casting some of them to Europe. We are ancestors. We are the ones who named that part of the land Europe. Nothing grows in Europe. That is the dead part of the land. Remember in Lion King when Simba, when Mustafa was showing Simba the whole land and he told him that dark spot over there, he said, hey, that dark spot with a shadow at, don't go there. That's the dead part of the land. That's how it was here. Like we still had that little dark spot, and that was Europe. Nothing grew right there. It was nothing there. It was just, but nothing really grew there. It's not fertile. It's not alive. The land is not alive. Literally, like it's like the asshole of the planet. Europe is like the asshole of the whole realm. You got to get what I'm saying. Like, you know, like you got you, and then your asshole is really like the end of you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got some legs there, but really it's the end of you, your the eternal you organs and all of that type shit. You feel me? So Europe, that's what Europe was. You feel me? It's the dead part of the land. Even to this day, ain't no major farming and that shit taking place in Europe, but they got all the buildings, Sicily, Italy, Florence, Paris, all that. They put all that there. The top designers, top wine distilleries, everything seems to come from Europe if for it to be considered wealth, right? Because they run the world. They took our shit. So of course they're gonna make their shit seem like it's popping. Right now, we feel like we look flyer in a mirror than we do if we put on our own shit. Yes, we do. That's how niggas be feeling. You know what I'm saying? Then if you can't go get by no designer, you just be jealous of the next motherfucker, so you would say something about it. But in reality, they've already put that spell over us to make us feel like we need the best of everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm just pointing it out. They make us feel like that. Then when you look at what's considered the best of everything, what we be considering wealth, it got all their names on it. You know what I'm saying? Well, oh, this come from Paris. This come from here. This come from here. You know what I'm saying? Even with grocery stores, you feel like, oh, I'm gonna go to Whole Foods because they have fresher fruit, right? So you still, and who own Whole Foods, start looking behind who own these companies. You feel me? It's the same individual. So you got to understand what Europe represents spiritually is already the dead part of the land. They never left Europe because we told them this is your rope. This is your rope. That's why it's called Europe. This is your rope. You cannot cross these boundaries. So like the leaders of the original 13 families, they still are entrapped in Europe. Now they got like clones and Mach 5 synthetic robots, and they got like humans they can use to go do their work for them to go outside of Europe. But the main leaders are still cast and stuck in Europe. They can't go nowhere. That's why even with the royal family, their ass was always really in Europe. And then you seen them being of a reptilian breed, they'll pop out of Europe a little more and go somewhere else, but they mostly be in Europe. They gonna stay where they at damn near. You know what I'm saying? They running the whole world from right there. You feel me? So you gotta understand what's going on over right there is war in Europe. Don't even get caught up in like who it's supposed to be, Russia versus Ukraine or any of that. Look at it like it's war in Europe, which is where all the world powers at. You know what I'm saying? The UK, United Kingdom, all that what they call political powers that be, all that still come from Europe. Remember, don't get caught up in USA. Who the fuck own the USA? Spain, nigga. The Spaniards was the ones that set sail, nigga. And where is Spain located? In Europe, nigga. The Spaniards set sail and took over. If we going off what they taught us in their American history, right? Let's look at their lives. The Spaniards set sail and came to America. So then the Spaniards took over America and renamed it America, nigga. America is named after Amerigo Vespucci. That he's Spanish. You know what I'm saying? These are your Spaniards, right? And these are your Spaniards, right? So never forget that, nigga. Never forget that, nigga. Like, you don't get called America, nigga. America, whoever the president of America is the president of the company. You know what I'm saying? That's just the company. The motherfuckers who run this shit is in Europe, nigga. They're in Europe. You know what I'm saying? This is one company. And all the other countries are companies. But the powers, the motherfuckers who are responsible for our downfall, for socially engineering all this bullshit that we go through are stationed in motherfucking Europe, nigga. And they can't leave, nigga. Because why? They are bound there, nigga. This is your rope. You can never leave outside of this your rope. You are bound to the dead part of the land. We did that a long time ago. They can't leave that motherfucker. You feel me? They can't leave that motherfucker. You feel me? If they gonna leave, they have to completely leave the actual realm. You feel me? That's why they had people burning CERNs. They created CERN to burn all these wormholes into the stratosphere to be able to travel back and forth. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why they did that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand that it's war taking place in Europe. You know what I'm saying? That's what you should look at. And it's not like normally how it is. It's normally Europe versus somebody. Because when you say America, America is still ran by Europe, nigga. So when you're saying America, you should still dollar. Why you getting caught up in that? If you understand what's really going on, nigga, the euros is the dollar. It's the same motherfuckers. Dollar. Why you getting caught up in that? If you understand what's really going on, nigga, the euros is the dollar. It's the same motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? And the same motherfuckers that print up the pesos, print up the euros. The same motherfuckers print up the yen. For the Asians, print up the motherfucking dollar, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying? And who are they? Who is these motherfuckers printing up all the euros? You get what I'm saying? Printing up the dollars, printing up the ducats, printing up the motherfucking the yen. You know what I'm saying? Printing up all that shit. Right? The same motherfuckers. And where are they located? In Europe. And right now, what's going on? War in Europe. So if you can understand that, you be like, okay, well, who the fuck is Europe warring against? Who the fuck? Russia. Russia will be considered the second biggest company under the USA that they have. So Russia versus, you might as well say the USA, and then you got the USA already lingering around it. If you go this, we're jumping in. You feel me? They launched the nuclear strike, so we need to jump in, y'all. Who y'all jumping in against? Who y'all fighting against? Because we know them nukes don't even work no more. So who is y'all fighting against? And why the fuck should we give a fuck in America if it is Russia versus Ukraine? Why the fuck as Americans should we give a fuck? That's what you should ask yourself. Fuck you telling us for, nigga, we got our own issues over here. Let's say you're not even awoke to what's going on. The fact they still telling you that, you should be like, okay, why the fuck is y'all, okay, I can see bringing it up to us. Nigga, y'all got this shit trending on every platform over here for us. Fuck they got to do with us, nigga. We got our own shit going on, niggas. We got our own shit going on. We still trying to come off this Hot Sauce 19 bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Y'all still want niggas to pay this, pay that. Y'all ain't gave us nothing, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Nigga, prices in going up, nigga, you know, shit getting, you know, shelves getting a little empty around this bitch, you know, shit taking a little longer to restock on the low. Y'all playing around like, and y'all want to come to us with some other shit, nigga. We don't give no fuck about that. That's how you should feel, right? You should be like, why they promoting it so hard to us though? Normally you just say the shit and we don't hear about it no more. All the shit that happened on there, you normally have to watch world news, nigga, to know what's going on in the world. You get what I'm saying? That's normally how it used to be. You literally have to watch world news to know what the fuck is going on in the world. Because they really only just tell you the shit that's going on in the country. And nigga, even in the country, nigga, your shit be limited to your state. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever city, state you in, y'all got y'all own Fox, y'all own NBC, y'all own ABC. And it's in every state, but it's just different names though, you know what I'm saying? Like pay attention, you know what I'm saying? Pay attention to media, right? Like how they do it, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Every city got their own little news feed. But guess what? If some shit big enough, it'll go national and we'll all know about it. All the international shit, it'd be like, they'll bring it up and then shit, they dealing with, this shit is in our feed heavy, trending. So what's really going on? Why should we give a fuck if it ain't something bigger going on here? Y'all feel what I'm saying? That's what one should ask themselves, like, and look and think about the spiritual location, right? Think about what the 222 represents in numerology and the power that represents, a shift in the guard, right? It's almost like 444, like them numbers is 222, 444. Boy, that mean that you and the whole spiritual kingdom with you. Now, if you look at that, when you move with them numbers and you see them numbers a lot, that mean you done do the fuck you want to do. 444 or a lot of 222, that mean the entire spiritual realm is with you, nigga. You can't be touched at all. Go look at the year we in. We in 2022, right? And go look at the lateral longitude of where Ukraine is set on the 48th parallel, 22 degrees, right? You look at shit like that and you get the understanding like, okay, I see what's going on. Ukraine is on the 22nd degrees on the 48th parallel on this planet. All right. You know what I'm saying? You look at where Russia is stationed. You look at how close they are to each other. You look at like, why would they even be beefing on that level to where, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to just think about it. You feel me? When y'all just fighting COVID too? When y'all just dealing with the Hot Sauce 19, how the fuck niggas got time to beef in the middle of, if we supposed to be in a pandemic? What the fuck could y'all even be arguing about that can lead to fighting? So y'all got money to fight y'all niggas got money to fight each other, but niggas can't fight the Hot Sauce 19 though, right? Niggas got mandates and policies, but niggas can still go to war though. So we can't come up in the spot unless we show our Hot Sauce 19. You know what I'm saying? We can't even be close to each other, you know what I'm saying? But niggas can go to war though. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers can go to war, nigga. Like, you gotta kind of think about that. Like, hold on. I thought we was in the middle of a pandemic. I thought we was all coming together right now, nigga. I thought it's supposed to be something that's killing all of us. So if that's the case, we got a bigger threat than each other right now. It should be this hot sauce 19, this global pandemic, right? You should think like that. Like, I thought we was fighting. I thought that's what we was all fighting, y'all. Now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? These niggas scrapping it out over what? Over what? It better be about some motherfucking masks or something. See what I'm saying? It better be about some masks. It better be about some motherfucking masks, nigga. Y'all better be warring, nigga. Russia and Ukraine better be warring because they didn't get enough masks, nigga. That's what it better be about. Because they ain't get enough masks. They didn't get enough goddamn it doses. You know what I'm saying? You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, nah, hell no. Y'all done shut the whole world down. We going on 3 summers straight now, nigga. Quit easy. We going on an easy trade. Easy. Niggas better be worrying about some shit that's based around this. That's all we saying. Or it's gonna be a whole nother war. Cause it's like you gotta think, you gotta sit back like, hold on. I thought we was, what is we doing here? I thought we was just fighting this nigga named Hot Sauce 19. How we get into, and then now, if you in America, right, you gotta be like, so, and then now, okay, now they fighting, but now y'all trying to gear us up and give us a reason to why y'all thinking about jumping in. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all the USA did, you know, didn't they, right? They just let you know they gonna jump in. No different than a motherfucker be in the streets. Like, if y'all can fight here, anybody touch her, I'm jumping in. That's what the USA did, right? Anybody touch them, we jumping in. How? How do y'all got energy, time, and resources to jump in anything, and y'all still ain't put money back in the people's pocket over here? You get what I'm saying? Niggas still working from home. You feel me? We still got mandates. Niggas is warring against. I can't even go to a basketball game because guess what? I can't sit courtside or be in that bitch with my family because a nigga ain't got the Hot Sauce 19. You see shit like that. Shit like that. You feel me? Y'all ain't gave out no notice and nothing, said, okay, this shit over with. It's over with. Ain't none of that came. Y'all saying shit still hanging in the balance. So we got shit still hanging in the balance and niggas got time to go to war. That's how you be knowing. Like, hold on, G. Maybe Rashad Jamal wasn't crazy after all. Maybe he was right. Maybe he was right. Because how now all of a sudden it's like it never existed? Because niggas is gearing up for war. You see what I'm saying? They're gearing up for war about what, though? Nobody asked that yet. What are they fighting for? What are they supposed to be fighting for? You see what I'm saying? And if you ask that question, you ain't gonna get no straight answer. Oh, they fighting about some shit because, you know, Vladimir Putin said 8 years ago, like, what? Nigga, we talking about right now. You feel me? And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, to all the human beings that's in those countries, man, if y'all in the university, y'all should really be like, that should make y'all take a stand, y'all self. Like, because I know y'all still on lockdown and shit like that. Niggas is on lockdown damn near. If you really think about it, we still on lockdown. They never said we off lockdown, y'all. Y'all do know that, right? They never to this day have said, look, y'all off lockdown. We gonna know. If anything, they've tightened shit up. They might ease up a little bit, make us get all like, oh, yeah, this shit over with, y'all. And then they get tight again, right? So we never came off lockdown, nigga. We went on lockdown and never got off. If any, we thugged our way to where we are now. If you want to be honest, we thugged our way. Had we sat back and just been passive in the way they had it, nigga, and not said shit, niggas would never see outside. It'd be zombie land like it was when they first put us on. Remember when they first put us on lockdown, y'all? Nigga, you ain't see a car on the road. You hear me? It wasn't a car on the road. You could have went to any city over here in America, nigga. It wasn't a car on the road. I don't care what you say. And if you did have your car on the road, nigga, you had to have your little proof of going to work. Now look at us. Shit, it's like, now look at us, y'all. Now look at us, y'all. We all out here. You see what I'm saying? We up and down interstates, you know what I'm saying? Now look at us, y'all. But we forgot, though. That we still in the middle of spiritual warfare. And you got to understand that when they trying to structure this Russia versus Ukraine, that's all to throw you off. That's all to throw you off. You know what I'm saying? It's all to throw you off from the spiritual war and that this shit is over with, man. You see Europe starting to even argue with each other, nigga. You better know this shit over with, nigga. Because remember, they ain't going to let themselves look like that. They don't like looking like that. What they arguing for? Yeah, they disagreeing, but it ain't no physical shit. They definitely disagreeing, though, because they like, damn, well, I thought you had the flank. Y'all let them fuck us up on the flank. It's like that type of thing. But to throw us off who the warriors is, that's our, when you talk about celestial beings, that's us still. That's still us, man. You feel me? Just like you have beings that we come and incarnate in the flesh. Some of us come down here and incarnate as elemental warriors, and we just live within the planet, or we live within nature, or within the elements. We take on different jobs. We just spirit and soul. We come from the plasma energy realms, from the astral realms, vibrating at the highest etherics. You know what I'm saying? On the highest etheric frequency. You know what I'm saying? Feasible. You get what I'm saying? So we incarnate. We take on different formations. This is why you're supposed to give respect to all life. Because when you looking at a dog, that dog Simba got a spirit and a soul. Them insects got spirit and a soul like you. The only thing without the soul is the human being, and they're still supposed to respect the human being if they don't disrespect you, because we are the gods and goddesses. We never disrespected nothing unless they disrespected us. So you're gonna give respect to the human being strictly off the strength that you a god. You're not lowering yourself to no vibration. Now, if a human being disrespect you or play that racist shit with you, then you know we flying off the hinges. We closing eyes. You feel me? Like getting shit together. You feel me? Like that ain't even, but I'm saying just off the strength though, I ain't gonna just say a human being and just get on you because you're a human being either. It don't work like that. Because you got something that's vibrating high, you gotta understand spiritual warfare. You feel me? Just like you got those of us who done jumped on their side. You get what I'm saying? So right now we gotta look at it from with a spiritual eye, understand who we are, but then know those of us who are us, but they not us. You know what I'm saying? They could be gods and goddesses and still not be us. You get what I'm saying? You can like, don't get caught up in the because he got the carbon, he us. No, you can't get caught up in that neither. You know what I'm saying? You got to have real divine insight. You know what I'm saying? You got to literally look at it from what's going on. It's a spiritual warfare right now. You feel me? Everything is shifting. Everything shutting down. Don't get caught up in the theatrics. I keep telling y'all that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to look like ain't nothing transpiring. But if you pay attention, you can see a lot's transpiring. You feel me? Even us dropping the album, we just dropped the album. You know what I'm saying? We got a billboard up. Oh, that's high frequency. Normally the billboard's up with negative frequency because that's changing shit right there. You feel me? You got all these people listening to the album. They playing it that never listened to the lecture. Now they coming back to here. Now they got people hitting me up like, hey, I like the music. Now they sliding back. And now they want to know what the hell I meant when I said, oh, Risha's with me. So now they coming to YouTube and now they listening to lectures. You see what I'm saying? We gotta, like I said the other day, I told somebody on Instagram, I said, it's a frequency war. We breaking curses. We got to break the spells. Okay, you can start rotating the dollar amongst each other. Even though we know it's monetary, rotating it amongst each other kills its power. It's the fact that we don't rotate that dollar amongst ourselves with each other that it has power. But if we gave each other and get like I give, that's why I give, because I will never give money power. So I'll always have it because I'm not chasing it. I'm not living for it. I'm living in my purpose. You feel me? And I'll give just as quick as I'll receive. So when you give like that abundantly without expecting nothing back, money has no power. You're not giving it power over you. But when you give it power over you, hoard it. You ain't gonna give nothing to nobody. You ain't trying to help nobody. You any little bit you get, you hoarding it. I don't care if you made $100, you hoarding it. Or I don't care if it's $1 million. Ain't no difference. It's you gonna give. That's how the giving is how you break the curse, because you have to understand it's a us thing. It's a spiritual thing. We have to kill that energy of giving it power. Because somebody jumped and emailed me like, I thought it was in game. Why should we be giving back? What type of shit? Because I did a give back challenge. Like, cuz Smoofy, you breaking the matrix by giving back. Nigga, it's the fact that we don't give back to each other that creates competition. And then once competition is created, now it becomes what they want, a dog eat dog world. And now we are killing each other, robbing each other, selling drugs to each other just to make $1 that we spending back with them. You feel me? Like, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? You give it power when you hoard something. You feel me? You give it no power if you give. You feel me? Because you know at the end of the day, it ain't about no money. It ain't about none of that. It's about raising the frequency. And how can I raise the frequency if I only think about my goddamn self? Like right now, I'm giving this lecture because that email came through like, man, God, can you please go live about the war? This wasn't even going to be a lecture. We literally on our way out. I stopped that just to make sure to hit this real quick for what it is. Like, man, this is a spiritual war. You have celestial beings that's here that's fucking them people up over there, man. And you're going to have a lot of that. And anytime that's going on, they're going to try to disguise it and make it seem like, even if they got to go to the extent of lying to say that they are at war with their goddamn self. You get what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, this shit is over with. All the lies they're going to put out there to you, you can't get caught up in that. You got to know who's telling you this shit. You feel me? I'll believe any YouTuber before I believe anything coming on the media. As much as the media done fucking lied to us in our life, I'm believing a YouTuber, man. That's why YouTube is the new fucking media. Just because a motherfucker on YouTube don't mean they don't know what they talking about. We got to kill that energy too. We got to kill that. Oh, he's just a YouTuber. You can't be thinking like that, man. You got people out here with deep information that they got about different things. Man, I done learn all type of shit on YouTube. My wife learned how to grow shit from the earth from going on YouTube. When this shit I didn't know how to fix in the crib, I go to YouTube. Motherfucker got a video for it. You got to understand the power of this while we got this too. You feel me? People in here, there's so many people out here with all this divine information. You can't just be thinking like, oh, well, it's on YouTube, so it don't mean nothing. That's how they want you thinking. Meanwhile, censoring the YouTubers is kicking the real shit for you. They want to censor us. You feel me? They want to censor us. They just took my Instagram live yesterday. I had got on Instagram, got a notification again. It's gone. I'm like, here they go. On my main page on IG, my IM_Rashad Jamal page. I'm like, here they go. I knew wasn't there they go. They gave us 3 good weeks, didn't they? They hit back at it again. And we ain't even on there talking about shit like that. They got me for something that I posted in my story. That goes against our community guidelines. Yeah. I'm against the community guidelines anyway. As soon as you see Rashad Jamal, that my name, they gonna make a name. I'm telling y'all gonna get on Insta social media one day. It's gonna be a Rashad Jamal rule on your shit. Gonna pop up, ding, the Rashad Jamal rule. You can't keep it real. You can't do none of that. You feel me? I'm telling you, G. These people don't want to leave me alone, y'all. Then y'all be like, where you been? I ain't seen you, nigga. I gotta take a step back from this shit sometimes. It ain't me, it be them. I'm like, how can I get the message to everybody? Even on my own website, like, I get on there still, I'm gonna get a message. They coming regardless, but sometimes I gotta step back because of how they moving. You feel me? People are like, why I ain't getting on that? Because of how they moving. I can't let that energy get at me. You know what I'm saying? It'll take me down to depression damn near. Because when I want to give a download, I have to get it out. So if I can't get it out, I'm like, ugh. So it's like, I gotta, no, you know what I'm saying? I gotta balance that out. So I don't give this power over me no more. I have faith that, well, I'm not faith, but I have pure understanding that the messages that I've given and that I give, that is reaching y'all the way it needs to. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm not able to give a live lecture, I ain't tripping no more because I'm like, hey, I can't move like that. That should have had a nigga down all day because I want to give y'all some information and they playing. You know what I'm saying? And then it'd be times I'm trying to go live and they won't even let me go. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I'm like, whatever, man. Then you got people, now people want to debate. I'm not debating nobody, man. I'm not on social media to debate. I'm on here to get the information and to really be out here in the physical like I did, bringing us together. Shout out to everybody that came to the Cosmic Family Reunion. You feel me? Like, we on that type of vibe, actually coming together in the real and building and feeling each other's energy and doing all type of stuff that I can't discuss on live like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's going to be beneficial to the growth of the entire atmosphere and the planet herself, the energy. You feel me? But yeah, those are a lot of actors. All the politicians, those are clones and actors. Stop feeling like that's the real bite and that's over with. That's over with. All that's over with, y'all. You feel me? So don't get caught up in this shit. If you wonder why I didn't talk about it, that's why I didn't talk about it, because it ain't shit. Listen, let me tell you something. If you don't hear me talk about some shit right away, you should already know, like, it probably ain't really got too big of a, because I'm going to jump on it. You feel me? But if it get out of hand to where y'all confused, then I'm going to jump on it too. Like now, like, listen, if anything, we good. You know what I'm saying? Let our ancestors do what they do over there. You feel me? Let them worry about that. In the meantime, you stay focused on meditating, locking within yourself, on thinking about different ways you are here. What was your soul contract? Remembering your soul contract so that you can help uplift the frequency of the planet. That's all you got to stay focused on. You feel me? We got this. You feel me? We got this, y'all. You see that? We got this, y'all. We got this, man. We got all of this. It ain't nothing to worry about. The ancestors, we got this. We gonna get back to that time where it ain't no cold weather. You get what I'm saying? We here, y'all. We ain't worried about none of that. We gonna stay focused on this energy, though, and keep rising and keep working on ourselves and keep growing, keep remembering. All right, we have many levels to reach. All right, growth can never stop. Growth can never stop. Don't ever feel like you know it all. Every day I'm working on self. I'm finna go out here in nature now and experience more of this realm. So that's a part of working on self. You get what I'm saying? Every day, growth is infinite, y'all. You have to understand how infinite. If you love information, man, listen, keep going. I'm trying to tell you, this shit is endless, yo. It's an endless journey. You hear me? And you think the shit we talk about, this is nothing. This is nothing. You hear me? This is nothing. It get way deeper, man. Some things you can't even, some information is so pristine, you can't even put it into words. It only can be experienced. You feel what I'm saying? You got realms that cannot be spoken of. They must be experienced. You feel me? Now we rise, man. Peace to the gods and goddesses of planet Ka. I leave as I come. Ashe.